Evening, and today I'm in the workshop, but I'm not in the Volvo. And in fact, I've got a passenger with me too. Let me show you. Say hello to my passenger. Whole set HX50 and massive fucking air filter. Oh, and 4-inch turbo back exhaust and twin external wastegates. Yep, I'm in the Merc. Woohoo, it's mouldy, it's fucking awful, but I'm in the Merc. Yeah, after, well, I don't know, year maybe, a long time since I've last touched this car. It's now time to finish it off. It's back in the workshop because the Volvo's done, so they've traded places, and it's time to finish this fucking insane contraption. On the face of it, it's a really nice looking car. It looks fucking pretty cool and pretty tidy, but I'll be honest with you, it's a piece of shit. It's pretty rusty. It's fucking, you can't really tell from this, but believe me, it's not very nice. But it cost me 700 quid with a year's MOT, and mechanically it's fucking brilliant. So yeah, I'm building it into something ridiculous. It's if you don't know already, it's a CLK430 V8, which, as you've noticed, is going to be turbocharged, but in the passenger seat, because why not? What's my plan with it? I don't fucking know. Well, I do really. I didn't really have a plan when I bought it. I bought it just because it was £700, and it was literally, you weren't going faster than this for 700 quid. It was a bargain. And if you look back at previous videos, I timed it, and it was just as fast as the official factory, well, not even the official factory figures, the actual times. I think Motor Trend magazine or something in America, 60 0 to 100 everything, was exactly what Motor Trend managed when they were brand new. So this has not lost any of its performance. Then I modified the induction setup for no money at all. Wow, for about 50p, and it was much faster again. Then I stripped it out, and it was much faster again. And now it's being turbocharged. I presume you've seen the rear mount turbo E55 AMG we built. Well, this is going to be similar, but turbo in the passenger seat. It's nearly done, in all honesty. All the main bits are done, so hopefully this project should be finished in a few weeks. I hope so anyway. Exactly what I'm going to do with it, well, I do know now. I was undecided before, but basically, apart from doing big, smoky, stupid power skids, it's going to be a drag car. It's not going to be a drift car, because that's what the Volvo is for. It's not going to be a street racer, because that's what the Corolla's for. It's going to be a quarter-mile drag car, mostly. Yeah, not because I really love drag racing, although I do like it. It's because I think I can go really fast in this for very little money. I reckon I could get it in the tens for, you know, a few grand. It owes me about 1,000 quid now. I reckon by the end of it, even if it owes me 3-4 grand, it'd be finished. It probably won't even owe me that much. And yeah, I reckon that would probably be enough to run tens. But one thing I'm going to do, it has to stay looking like a standard CLK. You know, that's why the exhaust has got 2 big silencers, because I don't want it to be noisy. You know, it's going to be noisy on boost, and it's not going to sound standard. But I don't want it to be fucking, you know, people know you're coming from a mile away when you're not even giving it any. So yeah, it's going to stay looking like a presentable, typical silver CLK 430 that you won't even bat an eyelid at normally. But inside and under the bonnet and whatever, it's going to be very, very different. Just people won't know until they see it go. So yeah, this is it, and it's simply a case of watch your space, and I'll show you what I'm doing as I do it, because there's no point me explaining now, because it's fucking late. I can't be bothered. And yeah, plenty more from the Volvo as well, but not working on it, just using it, because it's finished now. So time for some action. So and yeah, once this is done, then it'd be Corolla time to swap places with. And that, I can't wait, because I love the Corolla. Right, it's the next day, and I've had a chance to have a look at the car and remind myself what the hell I've done, and sort of assess my game plan. So I'll take you around it so we can see. First up, which is what I said yesterday, I want the outside looking standard. I want it to look like a normal CLK. I don't want anyone to look at it and think, oh, you know, that's fast. It's a CLK. Keeping the normal wheels. For the strip, I'll probably chuck some slicks on the back, but whatever. This is the fun part. Obviously, twin scroll HX50, two-way skates, one scroll going to each bank of the V8. Not sure where the wastegate is going to be vented to yet. Might just go to the floor, I don't know. Might actually put it back to the exhaust, I'm not sure. Yeah, 4-inch exhaust, turbo back, two silencers, that one and one at the tailpipe. I need to finish the link pipe between the downpipes, well, between the manifolds and here. I've got the next bit off here ready with some flexes on it as well, which you'll need really, but I just need to do the final bit. I've decided I'm not gonna strip out any more than what you see. I'm keeping, so when I'm driving it, you know, it's a Mercedes, normal Mercedes steering wheel, normal Mercedes dash, normal Mercedes door cards, you know, even in the back. It's stripped bare, yeah, but it's not worth cutting any of the metal away. Pretty much all the metal you can see is at least partially structural, and the amounts that isn't, you know, enough to matter, would only save a couple of kilos and would take me fucking all day to cut out. So nah, it's staying as it is. You know, if I decide to do like a stage 2, maybe I'll go that route, but for now, no. So yeah, it's basically what you're seeing here, but finished and working, which is the fastest route as well, obviously. Suspension wise, stock. I'm gonna probably almost certainly remove the front anti-roll bar, because, you know, it's a straight line car and it helps with getting the front in the air and the back down if you do that. Rear diff would be welded, but apart from that, nothing. The back, you know, it's got that tailpipe list downward facing, you know, it's odd, but most people wouldn't even twig what that's all about. Main thing I need to do is go around and weld up any dodgy rust. There's a tiny hole in the floor pan, I've noticed, like tiny. This, behind this bumper on this side, is rusty as fuck. It's got a hole, so I might cut a load out and then patch it up. Who knows what's on that side, I haven't looked yet. A little bit at the front, nothing much. I haven't looked at the sills or anything yet. The general underneath's okay though. So yeah, that's what it's going to be. I mean, it's going to be, it feels relatively light already because all the interior's still gone, apart from the doors weigh a ton because there's airbags and everything. But nah, I kind of like the idea of it still being a fucking CLK. You know, you could strip it completely bare, but it's not really that car anymore, is it then? So yeah, so I guess it's time for me just to fucking get on with it. First thing is remove that back bumper and see what horrors await me there. At the front, it's just, everything I've seen so far is just patches. It all looks crap. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's all like, you know, brown, but actual holes, nah, not, only some small ones that's very easy to fix. So right then, I better crack on. Right, is the situation a couple hours after that first little video, and yeah, I'm properly getting on with it, and to be honest, it's not that bad. It's not as bad as I thought it'd be, to be honest. Front anti-roll bar's off because, well, because drag racing. And yeah, I've been on the hunt and cutting like fuck any sort of rust and shit, and honestly there's not that much. I've also been rubbing down any scabby areas, which again, it's not that bad. And yeah, there's a hole there, there's a little bit here where it's been repaired and it needs slightly doing again. Corner of the door there, it's just scabby. Here, thankfully, it is just was scabby, not like it's actually metal underneath. This I've cut all out because it was rusty. I mean, that was a hole anyway, as standard, but all of this was rusty as fuck, so I've cut all this out and I will replace it with metal, but everything else is actually solid, which is a surprise. Back panel solid, surprisingly. Just like that corner, this corner's got a bit, not as bad to be honest, but I've cut it all away. This arch was the same again, where it's bubbly and crusty and shit, but it's all solid, no holes, so happy with that. This side, this I cut away anyway for the boost pipe. This bit doesn't actually need to be cut out, so I might plate back over that bit. This I've cut out because it was fucked, but I just, you know, it's easy to make a bit of panel there, a little one there, and oh, another little one there. Apart from that, it's actually fucking surprisingly good. I thought I'd find it a lot worse, but it's just going to be a job of patching it up. And the thing is, I just want it to be strong and safe. I don't give a fuck about pretty, because in all honesty, it's not places you would see, and the car's not good enough condition to be some kind of concourse fancy thing. So I don't have to worry about it being too pretty. I can literally just, you know, cut some fucking metal and weld it on. So yeah, I think that's probably a job for tomorrow now though. I'm quite pleased with progress so far. I was a bit worried this was going to become a nightmare because the car's a rusty piece of shit, but it's not actually as bad as I thought it was. Like, all the bolts and everything I've undone to remove the anti-roll bar and a couple of like superfluous bits come off really, really easy. Nothing was rusted on, and a lot of these parts, a lot of suspension parts and stuff, actually look new. So yeah, it's, I don't think this actually is as bad condition as I thought it was and as it looked. So yeah, happy days. I mean, yeah, that door ain't got a spot of rust on it, amazingly. But yeah, that's enough from me and the 700 quid piece of shit. That's not that much of a piece of shit.
The next day,
right, first full day on the Merc completed, and I haven't filmed what I was doing because it was just messy and dirty. I was basically turd polishing. I was going around poking at everything, finding all the rust, welding it up, patching it up, painting, you know, putting anti-rust crap over the top of it once I was done. You know, wasn't interesting, but the actual final effect is pretty good. I mean, I don't want this car to be a minter. It's not, it can't be. You'd have to, it would be a bloody reshell for a minter. But I don't want it to look an absolute nail. I kind of, just a typical unassuming CLK that's getting on a bit, because it is old. It's, what's this car, 99 I think? I can't remember. But it's a fairly old car, and you know, these Mercs rust anyway, but you know, I wanted it to look like you know, just a average, tidy enough, go down the street without anyone looking at it Merc. You know, I'm half tempted. It's got no badges on the back. When I bought it, it had bloody AMG badges, even though there's no such thing as a 430 AMG. But I removed all the badges, but I'm half tempted to put like a CLK430 badge or something on the back. But either way, yeah, I've been turd polishing, and not really just turd polishing, but making it, you know, a sound car. Not a car that would go to an MOT station and fail because it's got a million rust holes in it. Because, well, I patched up, let me think, 1, 2, probably 4 holes that would have been an MOT issue. Only, you know, minor. And a couple of holes which, they weren't an MOT thing, but there was a, let's make it less of a nail thing. So yeah, also I've rubbed down all the bubbly rust and give it a quick rattle can silver paint love, so it actually looks, you know, half tidy. No back bumper at the moment because, what is there? No back bumper because I was basically doing some welding on the rear pockets. But yeah, it's all there. Yeah, you can't see, well, you might see it in a minute when I open the boot. But in there, on both corners, I'd rusted through. No, you know, no big deal. This is a wing us off purely because the boost pipes run through there. It's over there. I'll bolt it back on when I'm done. This had some rust repairs as well, but again, welded it up, sealed it up, and de-rustified it, and just, yeah, made it perfectly acceptable. As these old CLKs go, it's probably actually pretty tidy compared to most UK ones now, because they are bad for rust. Don't get me wrong, you know, half this car I did sweep up with a dustpan and brush, but yeah, it's alright. It could never be amazing, but I just want a sound car, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, anyway, on to the interesting bits. This is what it's looking like in the boot now. So, you know, I tidied it up a bit. Both of these corners, that and that, I have basically welded up. That used to have like a big like pocket, didn't serve a purpose, there was nothing in it, but it completely rusted out. So I thought, rather than recreate a pocket that I don't use and all I do is lose tools in it, I've literally made the boot slightly smaller by patching over the pocket, and the pocket is now just an open bit of metal there. This corner, similar, not quite, I've only lost like the tiniest bit, but because of the shape of the rust, and because it matters zero to me, it was actually easier for me just to create that shape and weld it up rather than make it original. Obviously, when I've finished, I'm going to be partially welding up that hole in the floor that I've cut for the exhaust. But yeah, ties it up. That's what it's looking like so far, which is a damn sight better than what it looked like, well, probably ever, but certainly when I first got it here yesterday, after it had been sitting outside for a year. The fun bit. So yeah, this is what we're looking at inside now. I've done no work as such inside. All I've done is give it a quick tidy up to see if everything's sound, and it is, you know, it's solid. So, but yeah, all good. This is where most of the work's got to be now, because like I said, most of it's finished. So it's just finishing the turbo system. Not a massive amount, adapting pipes, changing pipes, running the oil feed and return. And obviously I'm gonna heat wrap the hell out of everything because it would get hot otherwise. But without that, no, but with the heat wrap, honestly, it's not going to be that bad. It will be noisy though, thanks to the largest air filter on the planet. That is literally the biggest one K&N do, by the way. That is K&N colour, but it's because it's been outside in the sun for a year. It's actually faded massively, but that was the typical K&N red a while ago. It's totally unused, but it looks like shit now because the sun's at it. But yeah, everything else is... Obviously, I'll give the interior a bit of a wiper as well, so it's not mouldy like it was when I got it. So yeah, just a bit to go. But honestly, I don't really think this is going to be a particularly long project until it's done. It's going well so far. I mean, don't get me wrong, there could be some kind of... I still got to do the fuel system. I still got to finish under the bonnet, putting things back together. And, you know, there's always likely, being a Merc, that there's going to be some electrical problems. That's going to just make me want to fucking cry. But all in all, it's now a quite tidy car again. I mean, it's better it's better looking than when I bought it. I mean, it wasn't bad when I bought it, but it was rusty then. It hasn't got any worse rust. But now I've repaired it. I mean, it had an MOT last time. How friendly that was, I couldn't tell you. But it had an MOT. But now it's certainly more structurally sound than it was. But yeah, so that's the end of it today. No action, of course, because it's in bits, but there'll be a lot of action with this thing soon. And on that note, I better do some actual action with a Volvo now. It's working, eh? So yeah, see you soon.